Welcome to Radio Row at Super Bowl 60 in San Francisco. I'm Roy Kessel with Sports Philanthropy Network, and we're so excited to have with us today special guest Leslie Robinson with Trance4mation Games. So, Leslie, thank you for being here with us and taking time out of your schedule.
Well, thank you so much, Roy. It's an honor and a pleasure, and thank you for bringing so much purpose into the sports arena and for all you do. It's an honor to be here.
Well, I know we've had a lot of conversations. You're doing some incredible work
Thank you.
in the mental health space and in really a lot of ways to help different people and organizations. And so, share with our audience the focus of your work.
So the focus of my work is I've spent decades working in communities where people don't have really access or resources for therapy, and there's a lot of stigma. So, for example, in prisons and homeless shelters and runaway youth and foster care and at-risk youth, on and on. And it really hurt me that there was just so much internal pain and chaos and no way for people to express what they're dealing with or going through or to feel connected to other people in any real way, and all that came from that. I started creating games, dialogue games that have really cool names like Keep It Real, Warrior Spirit, different things that engage, and great designs that will engage people to want to sit down without a therapist and answer questions together. Everyone answers the same question that helps them to feel seen, heard, and understood by by themselves, and to process their emotions and with one another.
So that whole communication realm and the space that you're dealing with, getting people, as you said, you called the company Trance4mation Games. So talk a little bit about that origin and why that became the mantra.
Well, it's spelled transformation, TRANCE, the number four, MATION. So it's like you're going into a trance formation. And throughout our lives, we have to break different trance states, I think. We get conditioned into all different ways of thinking and being that we need to continually evolve from and break out of. So I wanted the word transformation, but also I think it's important that it does help people transform, but it also for people who you don't really get to live if you don't get to have your feelings. And if you don't have a way to process and speak about them, you repress them and you don't have them. And then there's internal chaos. So it's sort of breaking out of that repressed trance into life. So the name has a lot of different meanings for me.
So within the concept of the work that you're doing, you've developed a number of different games. So tell us about what some of the earliest games that you did, where those came from, and why that's the place that you chose to start.
Absolutely. My first game is Keep It Real. It's an inclusion board game that was in over 1,000 colleges. Now, unfortunately, the word inclusion is not allowed. So that's a problem. I won't get into that now. But growing up, I was dealing with a whole lot of trauma of all different kinds, and nobody talked about anything. People are talking about things more these days, but still not really. And I had a lot of friends, but I didn't talk to anybody about anything I was dealing with, and nobody did. So I created the game so that break through that. I mean, a lot of people want to have real conversations, real talk with one another. And so the game, it's a lot of fun and it's very deep. So you're having fun, you're having deep conversations. People say they laughed, they cried. Most of my games, that's what people say. So they don't have to have that same experience of coming out. I had a nervous breakdown, years later because I had never processed stuff and I had nobody to talk to. And I never really felt lonely because I always had a lot of people around me, but never any way to talk about anything real.
Well, and I think that that's one of the things that's key from the work that you're doing is it opens up the doors and allows people to feel supported, right, and provides them with an opportunity and a platform for that communication.
Exactly. And most people don't have emotional support. Like even if they're supported by their families or their parents, they might not have emotional support. So I really want to give that to people. I've been a therapist for over 40 years and a social worker, but as well, I went through decades of my own therapy. I'll do therapy for life. And, people are caring a lot.
And so now you've come out with some new games that you brought here to
Yes, yes,
demo,
yes, yes, yes,
right? And
yes.
it's called Beyond the Game.
Beyond the Game is my newest game. And this is to help athletes to sit down. So you don't need a therapist for any of my games. You sit with family and friends and peers, and you just choose cards and you process stuff together. Everybody answers the same question on the circle. So in this game, there's 10 categories, 10 questions in a category. So I'll just read a few so you can get a sense.
Okay.
And so you choose a card and you answer. If it's your turn, you read the question out loud.
So do I have to hold the card so you can't see what you're choosing?
Yes. Okay. And let's see. It's like a tarot. Let's see what that's your question. Whatever dropped.
Okay.
So my question is pressure and purpose. What's something you remind yourself of when doubt creeps in? So I will answer first, and everyone will answer the same question. Now, this one anybody can answer. A lot of them are very specific to athletics, but so this means when doubt creeps in about your athletic ability or a game. But I mean, I can answer that. I just try to take some deep breaths and try to remind myself of all the things I've come through and that I have been able to move through and that it's not life and death.
Okay.
And then
now I'm
everybody will
supposed to
answer.
that.
Yes,
Okay.
everybody
so
will
we'll do it-
answer.
Well, we'll do it on camera here. Well, for me, what's something you remind yourself when doubt creeps in is that you still have time to fix it, right? You still have time to perform and get more done. So that's always one of the challenges, right? It's not the end of the road.
I like that.
And then the second one here,
Appreciate
was
that.
my question was, how does being an athlete shape who you are outside of sports? Probably does for me because I'm a very competitive person. So that carries over from being on the field, court, ice to participation in other things as well.
Interesting. So I am not an athlete. I was a high school athlete. That was a very long time ago, but my mother was a big athlete and coached all our sports teams. And I think she never babied me. And no matter what, if I fell off a horse, if I got caught in a riptide, get up and get back in. So I think that really helped me with my resilience.
Well, you've
Yeah.
got great resilience, and that's what you're teaching people here. Again, the Beyond the Game is the name of the new set that Leslie's debuting here at Super Bowl.
Thank you.
So we're so
Thank you.
excited to be able to partner with you and incorporate you into the work we're going to do at Sports Philanthropy World and with our Days of Impact across the country. So thank you for taking time to join us.
Thank you. And I
on
think it's
Radio Row.
important, Roy, thank you for bringing humanity into this space. It means a great deal.
We appreciate you.
Thank you.
And for all our viewers and listeners, thank you for joining us live from Radio Row at Super Bowl 60 in San Francisco. This is Roy Kessel signing off for Sports Philanthropy Network. Please remember to live generously.